Today is a big one, I believe, electrical best practices. Some things that you need to think about as it relates to your electrical system. Jamie Fields he's a longtime customer and one of our main distributors over in South Carolina. But just like many of you, Jamie does a lot of other stuff. And one of the things Jamie does is he goes into chicken houses and puts internet, Wi-Fi, gets them all set up. He installs computers, blah, 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 blah. So we were talking. I said, Jamie, what are some things you see out there in the houses that people ought to really probably be thinking about? So it was just a plethora of things. So I got 7 main points that he really hit me I thought were really big. So probably the biggest one and the first one was he said, I see a lot of people that are doing these electrical or they're doing these energy audits, or maybe even some upgrades that the integrator is asking them to do. I would suggest to anyone before they do that, get an electrical inspection, because here's what I find happens all the time. The energy audit says, okay, well, you can qualify for this money if you upgrade to this and blah, blah, blah. Or maybe the integrator says you need to upgrade your, fans, get more fans, blah, blah, blah. And what happens is the electrical system can't handle the extra upgrades. It can't handle those things that are going from a 1 horsepower to 1.5 horsepower motor. So there's some things that it's worth it to you to have an electrical inspection to say, hey, this is what we're about to do. Can my system handle it? Number 2, it is worth a biannual or annual electrical inspection. Now, number 1 we talked about before you make any moderation, any changes, but this one is more in line with, hey, let's do a checkup. It's like going to your doctor and saying, hey, how's the heart? How's everything going? Because what happens is over time, these breakers begin to wear out. They lose their ability. The number one detriment on electronics is heat. In fact, we did a tips and tricks, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago, and I got a video of a guy who had put an air conditioning unit in his control room. Just put a little small window unit. In fact, before this video, I went online and looked at Amazon. You can get, I think I saw a GE air conditioner, especially right now in the wintertime, it's like $139. So you put one of those in each control room, and you're going to keep that, because the biggest thing on the heat is not just the load, but even the ambient temperature is hot. It's hard on that thing. And what happens is over time, those breakers may be doing just fine, and then all of a sudden you got a problem because they just wear out. So you want to make sure that doesn't happen at an inopportune time. In fact, another thing he mentioned to me, I had never seen this, but they have these little gauges, these little temperature things. They're gonna pop a video on this, or pop a picture on this to show you, but a little thing that you can put on that breaker that is white, and it's measured at like 130, 140 degrees. But if that breaker gets above 130 or 140, that little thing will turn black. It'll like burn it, turn it gray or black, and may keep running, you'll be fine, but next time you open up that control panel, you go, oh wow, that thing overheated. Now it's doing fine, but I tell you what, it's a little bit of a red flag. Go, hey, you might want to go ahead and change that thing. So there's some things. Do an electrical inspection maybe every year. Have somebody come in. I asked him, he said, what does it cost to do that? Because we've got to save money. I think for his 4 mega houses, it costs about $300. So just something that might be worth it going out and doing that right there. Number 3, this is one that I've heard some people talk about things we are talking about. I've never heard anyone mention this. Looking at your main breaker, because it's a breaker, they wear out too. So they actually had over there in South Carolina a couple of houses this past summer that the main breaker went out. Now, some of these smaller breakers, you can pick those up. A main breaker is going to be probably a little more difficult to get a hold of, put your hand on really quick. It's not something you're going to keep in your tray that's ready to pop out real quick. So after so many years, maybe check with your electrical engineer. Say, hey, how many years before I should maybe change out a main breaker? But that's a big one, number 3. Number 4, I already kind of mentioned, kind of alluded to about the heat being the number 1 killer of electronics. But let me hit this one again, because I also did a video a while back about how to take care of you as a grower. But putting that air conditioner in that control room, it does help with the electronics, but also in the heat of that summer, sometimes it's a nice little break to recuperate, rehydrate, get that body core temperature down. But think of it the same way for your electronics. Keep that computer, keep those breakers, keep them cool, keep that temperature down. So invest in an AC unit, throw it in that control room. Number 5, verify that your backup system to those controllers is working and set. So some of these thermostats, as he was explaining to me, some of these backup units, the thermostat's kind of, it may not be exactly where it needs to be. And if that's the case, your controller goes out and now the backup system is not accurate, then you got a problem. So verify that your backup system, we talk about this with generators too. We talk about maintenance with generators, like, hey, you don't need your generator until you need it. And it may be too late there. So staying on top of the generators, the same way, staying on top of it, your controller has a good backup. It's set where it needs to be, it's accurate, and it's ready to go in case your controller goes down. Number 6, speaking of generators, as we just did, here's one he mentioned too. He goes, I can't tell you how many generator sheds I go into that are just cluttered, it's full. It's more a catch-all because we don't use them that often. But when a generator needs to be worked on, usually time is of the essence. And if you've got to start getting these things out of the way and start doing these things, then you're just wasting time and you could be losing birds per every minute, every hour. You're wasting time, you're losing birds. So make sure your generator shed is clean. Number 7, here's one that I think is good. A lot of people are going to go, well, I'm not quite sure, but paying for a generator service maintenance company. I'm doing a subscription, doing a program where your generator is serviced on a regular basis. Now you may say, and most of you probably do, take care of your own generators. I get that, saving some money, some things. He brought out a good point though on this one. He has a generator service company. He has a company that comes out, they keep it serviced, they make sure it's good to go. He said, Alan, when the hurricane came through South Carolina last year, year before, whatever, he said there were so many houses that went out, full of birds. He said so many went out. But when I called him, because I have my service contract with him, I was priority because I was a customer. So, you know, we also talked about this with taxes, tax tips. You know, is it worth paying a tax professional to take care of your stuff? Well, chances are they can save you way more money than you will pay them to take care of your taxes. And in this situation on a generator service company, it may be well worth it to know that when I call at 3 in the morning, they're going to be there. So that's kind of an encouragement as well. Think about that, because that could be a help too. So those are 7 things on electrical maintenance best practices. Some things to think about that maybe we don't think about. So I hope those are a help. If you've got any questions on those, give me a call, 1-800-608-3755, or email me, alan@southlandorganics.com. Until then, keep them electric wires rolling.